presenting. Today's topic is being with yourself. So, when we talk about being with ourselves, it's like, what do we know about ourselves? What is it that we truly wish? What is it that we truly desire? How many times have we actually been with ourselves? In this life, what we usually do is like we are living outside of us. Majority of the times, we are living outside of us. Whatever we do is majorly about other people, other people projecting on us, other people expecting on us, and we projecting and expecting on other people. It's usually about we projecting on other people, and in return, what they project and expect from ourselves is how we are creating our lives. So, what actually being with ourselves is? Being with ourselves is honoring ourselves, trusting ourselves, and being in allowance of ourselves. How many times is it that we actually honor, trust, and are in allowance of ourselves? Now, what is being in allowance of ourselves? Anybody would like to say? Anybody would like to, uh, say something on that? What is being in allowance of ourselves?
Shaji, Vasanji, Meena ji, would you like to say what is my ma'am's answer?
I, I think sometimes so many things happen when we are doing we want to do something and we feel that it is stopping us, or this is not as per what we want. So in that case, instead of resisting, if we allow them to happen, so that
Yeah.
we can have a better clarity and view what is exactly happening.
Thank you, Shabana ji. Yes, it is allowing that. It is allowing the outside things to happen to us without any resistance. So, what is allowance of our own self? What is allowing ourselves? Allowance of ourself is being in the flow with what I am, getting the hang of I am enough. And it is not that we don't strive to get uh, better. So better is like, it's a very subjective term, better. Every time I say I want to be better, it's like that I'm already lacking something within me. If I'm enough, and if I create from that space of being enough, will that not be honoring of myself? First, honoring of myself is very important. When I honor myself, only then, I can be in allowance of myself. And when can I honor myself? If I'm totally trusting myself. So these three things, honoring, trusting, and being in allowance of ourselves go hand in. If I don't trust, like, usually at times we ask other people for the choices that we make. Is it good? Is it contributive? How many times we have trusted ourselves for the choices that we are making? How many times we do that? It is usually outside of us. So being with ourselves is looking within and not looking within with like, that we are in the meditative state. Yes, if there are no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions, it's a sort of meditative state. However, when we in this world, what if we start honoring and trusting ourselves? Honoring the choices that we make, trusting what I know. How many times we allow my own knowing to create from? So if the knowing that I have and the knowing that you have is the space from where we can create, what will we create? Trust. Usually we trust others. It's like I trust you, I trust this, I don't trust you, this person. How many times is it that we really trust ourselves on on choosing what we are choosing, on creating what we are creating, on on our own knowing. And if we trust, how many times is it that we really acknowledge that, yes, this is what I know. This is how much aware I am. How many times do we do that? Anybody,
Um,
anybody has
um,
to say anything on
um,
that?
I think we hardly trust ourselves. We trust others more than ourselves because we don't interact with ourselves that much. We are always extrovert isn't because we are always interacting with the other people, and I think we hardly are with ourselves. Like we hardly take a break, go to some spiritual retreat or something like that, like where we can truly and authentically be with ourselves. And we don't have a lifestyle where we are with ourselves. We are with everyone, and people are mostly scared to be alone. Like even if you send them somewhere, even in hostel, I used to observe people didn't want to be alone. I think somewhere they didn't like their own company. That's why you. Otherwise, why would you be scared in your own company? You can't harm oneself. I think people don't want to be alone, and people don't want to be in solitude. So hardly we are with ourselves.
Yeah, thank you, Ria. Thank you for this. So being with ourselves, yes. Why is it that, okay, why is not a good question to ask. What makes us not trust ourselves? Because we are living from the projections and the expectations of other people. What people have projected on us, we are just fulfilling those roles. I don't say that we don't fulfill those roles or like we become we cut off ourselves from others. The main topic that we are talking about is being with ourselves. So what makes us not be with ourselves? Because since childhood, or maybe from the past births, we are carrying the projections of other people. Someone says you are not good enough. Like for example, I remember I'll just when I started cycling, I just fell down. Okay, and that that incident had such an imprint that I never tried cycling. So that projection and that decision that I made, like I cannot do this. And when others also, like the people who were standing there watching me, their projection on me that yes, she is not good enough. So we carry that projection. And that is where we create our lives from those projections of, like I'm not good enough or I cannot do this. I cannot, I cannot travel alone. I am not good at public speaking. So those projections that we hold on to, they become our lifetime companions. And in the companionship with those projections, what people have like, imprinted on us, what we do is we stop trusting ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves, how can we honor? Because like once I failed, then I will not even, honor myself in, then I will not even go to that side again. I will not look at that side again. Even if my body is telling me, "Ki, okay, let me do it again. Let me give it a try. I will not honor myself. And even in the small choices like having food, we do not trust and honor ourselves. We are looking outside of us for so many diets, like there is this intimate, all of them have their benefits. I'm not saying that they are not good enough. The only thing is we are not trusting what will work for me. I'm not trusting what will work for my body. What is it that my body is truly asking me to have? What is that my body is truly asking, where is my body truly asking me to go? Even in my choices, I include other people. I trust more than me, other people's choices. Like what should I wear? What should I eat? Where should we go for a holiday? How many times is it that we honor ourselves? So once we start honoring ourselves, once we start trusting ourselves, then we be in allowance of what I am, how I look, what I be. So the allowance will only come if I trust and honor myself, and that is being with yourself, not cutting and chopping the pieces. It's like, some friend comes to you and he says that I've got a Mini Cooper and I want to take you for a ride. And you're so happy and you says, okay, I would come with you. And when you go with that person, your legs are, like you're tall for that Mini Cooper. So will you chop your legs for that? No. So in our reality, what we are doing is we are chopping the pieces of ourselves, our own consciousness, to fit into that mold that people have given, that they have created for us, with their honoring, with their knowing actually. So where is the honoring? Like it's been we honoring other people, and in the process, cutting and chopping and divorcing pieces of ourselves to honor other people. How kind is that with us? What allowance of ourselves is that? And then we come to the space that, okay, I'm not able to create this. I have diseases. I am uncomfortable. Why? Like, have you ever thought of what is making you uncomfortable? What is making you not happy in your own space? Because we are not whole and complete in ourselves, and we are looking for that complete and wholeness outside. So, what will it take for us to? The first thing is trust our knowing. And trusting our knowing is just a muscle that is to be built. As we go in gyms, to build the muscles, like it doesn't come in like one day we just decided I have to have a muscular body and the body just decides to get, that. We have to work towards it. So the trusting and knowing of what I actually know, what I am, what is like honoring of me is is a muscle building. You can take baby steps to trust yourself. Whatever you are looking, the like whatever you looking from outside, what uh it's like I'm not getting the word. Okay, so what validation you are looking from outside? How many times have we given us that validation? That yes, I'm good enough. How many times have we patted ourselves for whatever good we do? It's majorly and majorly. I'm not saying that we don't do it at all. It's like majorly we are looking for that validation outside of us. And how many choices do we actually make, which is asking and seeking for the validation from other people? And what is that? Where in this whole journey have we lost ourselves seeking validation from people, from outside? And how much have we lost ourselves, our own knowing, in making other people's happy, in seeking validation from other people? What is that? And like, I would like you to ask or say something so that I can proceed. So every time I facilitate, it's more of putting a question in your universe to introspect rather than giving you a ready-made formula. Okay, love, A to Z, do this. So that's what I do, like putting that question in your universe so that it pings you. Okay, what else can now we create? So anything you would like to know about being with yourselves, you're most welcome. Anybody who would like to ask or say something on what till now we have, like discussed or talked about. None? No questions? So what is being with yourself mean to you people? Anybody? And how many, what stops you from being alone? So this is lonely and alone. These are two different words. You can be alone and still be happy. And if you are coming from the space that I'm lonely, so then it's a projection on yourself that I need someone to make me happy. I need someone's company to complete me. So lonely is coming from another energy, and being alone and being with yourself and creating something comes from another. When we go, as Ria just mentioned, in solitude. So solitude can be fun, can be, it can be, it can be that space which you are actually looking for. It can give you that space wherein you can dwell down into what truly your potency is. What do you desire to create? How many times do we actually fear to be alone? What comes up when you're alone? With being with yourself has many connotations. It can be truly being, it can be being alone with yourself. So what brings up, what does this word brings up for you? I would just like to know that first. Being with yourself, what does that word bring for you?
Like for me, it's like doing what you want to do, like being alone, and so it's like
Yeah,
good. uh, you can do anything what you want.
thank you, Shivana. So
And
again,
someone has also written in the chat box, not
I
depending
can
on
see.
others for happiness.
Yeah, so it's very easy to say that we are not dependent on others for our happiness. How much do we actually, uh, you know, use this in our day-to-day life? Why would we? We know others are just our images. The point of views that we have of ourselves is what others would project on us. If you treat yourself as not being good enough, that is what other people would project on you. Have you noticed that people who are like, very confident and who are like, they just take care of yourselves and who give themselves priority, we just love to be around those people, isn't it? Because they have them as their priority. So they exude a kind of energy which they become an invitation for other people also to be that. And that is what pulls us towards them. So if we are looking, yeah, thank you, Devanji. Don't expect happiness from others. It is within us. Yes, it is truly within us. So what will it take for us to find that happiness so that there is no needy energy in our life? There is no needy energy in our universe. What makes us need other people? What makes us need something when we know that it is not there within us? What makes me need money? When I know that this money, I don't have this money, so I'll be needing money, right? There will be no need in my universe if I don't have any lack. So what will it take for us to be so full of self-love, so full of self-validation, so full of honor and gratitude for ourselves that we don't go looking outside of ourselves for it. I don't say that you don't mingle with people. I don't say that you don't be friends with people and don't be with people. What if you become that invitation to people to be so happy that they also start choosing that? What will be the world if we are that invitation for other people to be happy, to be grateful, to be honoring ourselves? What can change in the world with that? If everybody is so full that they are not pulling it from others, it will just be the exchange of love, trust, and beautiful energies, and not pulling and pushing of energies. Now if some person is needy, he'll cling to others. If you are needy, you'll cling to others. That will be sort of sucking energies from others. What if we are that invitation that people also start choosing that happiness, that people also start choosing that space. And if everybody is full, then, even if we give it to others, we will not feel any lack within us. So now some questions, please, because, it's been like I'm me talking, 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 talking. And what can I offer you more if I have some questions?
Ma, I would like to
Yes,
ask
yeah.
one question. Like lot of people talk about self-love, and rightfully so. And of course, we should love ourselves. Then only we can love others. Because if we don't have something, we can't give it to others. And ma'am,
Hmm.
actually, what is the difference between being selfish, being self-centered, and self-loving? So, what is the difference between them? Like, how do we know where we are being selfish and where we are self-loving? So, yeah, so that we do it with awareness.
Thank you, Ria. Such a beautiful question. Thank you. I was like coming to it. So I call selfish is so okay. So first tell me what is self-love for you? What is your definition?
Self-love is like for me, it's like accepting yourself, your flaws and strengths with 100%. I mean, if not 100%, but at least in a large amount of like like one loves one child. Like of course you do you show you do get angry, and because you want a betterment for your child. So say similarly, if you love yourself, you would want a betterment for yourself. Like you would dress up in a way, you would organize yourself in a way, you would learn skills, you would do anything for a betterment. Like you won't abuse yourself, like drug abuse, you won't go for that because you love yourself. So and
Truly, truly. So if you are loving yourself, यहाँ पर जब आप बात कर रहे हो तो has anybody even come? Like, is there any thing that you have pulled or snatched from other people? You're
no,
just talking about yourself, right? That I be this, I have some healthy boundaries. So it's more about myself. So you're not entering into other people's territory. And is it being selfish, taking care of yourself and having the healthy bond? Selfish is when you're just thinking of yourself, and in the process, you are harming others. You are snatching from them. You are entering into their territory and devoiding them of something. But in the process of self-love, is it anybody that matters to you in the sense that you are not uh, you are not devoiding anybody of their uh, what is theirs. It's all about you. It's all about the energy that you be. Okay. So
and
uh, selfish is when you are like, harming others in the process of, there's a very thin line actually. So you are harming others. You are like, um, you are making them feel bad for themselves. That is being selfish. So when you are your priority, and in the process of having yourself as your priority, you be that space wherein you let others also choose for themselves. That is selfish. And when you allow others to choose for themselves, you become that space wherein they can also love themselves.
for me, self-love is being free of complexes. Like you're comfortable in your own skin, whether you're thin, fat. Like people nowadays, like unfortunately, fortunately, social media, with the advent of social media, certain people have certain followers, certain people have certain likes. Like one of my close teacher's daughter, like she used to be my friend, not anymore now. So she has 105K followers and like blue tick and all that. Like she has become an internet celebrity. So earlier I would feel a little complex, but the moment I started accepting myself, these things became immaterial. These things are like, okay, I love myself. What best I can do. Like now, don't compare myself. This much is earning that much. So what I meant by this example is being comfortable in your own skin, being what you are.
That's the, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's what I say. Because if you are trusting yourself that what I'm doing is best for me, if you're honoring your choices, that yes, this is what I have chosen and now I stick to it, maybe you can change your choice. However, if it is not working for you, if it is not working for others, still it is honoring of them, you be with that choice. And as you said, I accept myself. That is what I was talking about. Being in allowance of yourself. You allow yourself to do certain things. You allow yourself to make certain choices. You allow yourself to, you're grateful for what you are. And from that
Hmm.
space, you choose greater. Now I want to outcreate myself. So I'm here, I want to outcreate myself. That is again the honoring of myself. And when I say I am, I have to be better, I should be doing this, then it is not trusting, honoring, and being in alliance. Because should, could, have, it comes from the space wherein you think more about other people than yourself. So that is the major difference of not honoring, not trusting when you come from the space of I should have done. That is you're making yourself wrong. That is you're making your choices wrong. Just a second. I have uh, someone at the door. Andrea, I think you can continue for that time. That we do. Just a second.
Okay. So Meena ma'am has actually mentioned unconditional love. So, Meena ma'am, could you please explain about what you mean by unconditional love? It's a beautiful term and nice of you to write it. So, if you could, please. Udayji, you would like to speak something?
Hello.
Would you like to say something, Udayji?
Uh, what does mean means helping others?
Helping others. So if you can help yourself, so automatically you help others. And I mean, helping others, like you feel compassionate, you feel that someone is in a problem, so you actually want to be there for them. Suppose if one of your friends is going through the worst phase of life, so you listen to them, you don't judge them, like rest of the people can judge them, like why this, why that. Okay.
So I was listening to you, Ria, and it was like unconditional love. Unconditional love again comes from the space wherein if you are loving yourself unconditional means you are so happy that you don't have any condition, that I'll be happy if
Mm.
I am looking like this. I am, if I have 10K followers, then I love myself. So unconditional love is like when you are totally in now, you are in allowance. So allowance is such a beautiful word that you are just allowing yourself to be what you are. So you are loving yourself, you are accepting or allowing yourself for what you are. मैं पतली हो जाऊंगी, then I'll be happy. I'll achieve this, then I'll be happy. So it is not loving yourself. You're continuously being unkind to yourself. Continuously putting conditions that I'll be happy if I do this. I'll be happy if I receive this. So where is your being?
And
So
ma'am,
if you do someone, yeah.
Uday had a question. What is it about helping others? So, Uday sir.
Okay, so what is about helping others? Thank you, Deji, for this question. So if someone is asking for the help, why not? Be that energy, be that being in them who can contribute. And when I say help, isn't it making people lesser than you? I'm so sorry, like in not making you wrong, Vidiji. So when you say word help, it is like making ourselves greater than others. If I am an infinite being, isn't other also an infinite being? You contribute to people if they are asking. If they are not asking for your help, support, contribution, what makes us do that? Again, at times it comes from a space that, okay, I seek validation. People will say that ABCD is so helpful, they are so contributive, and this. So it has to be everything that you do, everything you be, comes from the space of what is the energy behind. If the energy behind it is kindness, go ahead and do. If the energy behind it is to seek validation from others, no. If energy behind others, the helping is to that others need my help, and it's the energy of making others smaller that they can't do it. At times we tell our kids, "Nahi, nahi, I won't do this for you, you do it yourself." So it is not being rude to them. We are actually contributing by making them do it for themselves so that they can now trust themselves. They come from a space wherein, they learn to do things. So what is the energy behind helping or not helping? You have to look at that. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome. Any other
Any
persons you have?
Neelam ji, Usha ji, any questions that you have that you may want to ask? Meena ma'am.
So So because I can go on and on and on this topic, however, the crux is trust, honor yourselves, and accept yourselves the way you
Meena
are.
ma'am actually has pointed out very good points. Means not depending on others for happiness and unconditional love. And Uday he has written, don't expect happiness from others, it is within ourselves. So I think these are very good points.
Yeah, they are very good points.
So
Thank you, madam.
And if,
Uh, I
and
would
if we just,
sorry, I would
yeah,
Usha
like
ma'am,
Usha,
would
to
you
please
like
add
to ask
tell me.
something?
something that helping others means helping yourself only. When you thought of helping, that means you are in a state of help, and it's your wish to help, not helping others, but you are fulfilling your wish only.
Yeah, thank you, Ushadi. Yes, it is that you are fulfilling your wish. However, at times others don't require, and at times, helping others is that's what I said. Is the where are you coming from? What is the energy behind? It's like if you're doing it for your happiness, go ahead. If you're coming from the space of contribution to other people, go ahead. However, if it is like seeking validation, no. If it is like he- at times, not helping others is also help to them. So you have to check with yourself. There's no right or wrong or should be doing or should not be doing. It's like what is the energy? What is your agenda to help others? That is what matters.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes there can be a hidden agenda also to help others. Like they can be like, okay, this person will help me, or there's some selfish reason also. So it's not always
Yeah,
selfless. Sometimes people
that's what I'm saying.
influential people also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, it can be seeking validation, it can be other agendas. So just check on what agenda are you look,
And sometimes
are you.
you make the other person handicapped also by helping too much. Like they don't become
Yes,
independent. So that's also a wrong
yeah,
kind of help. So
yeah, because we are not contributive, no? We are like, कि, okay, नहीं नहीं ये नहीं कर सकता, नहीं कर सकता.
वो
So
भी हो
then
सकता
we are making them lesser than.
है.
So
Intention
what
is
is
not wrong. Intention is not wrong there. I think yes.
yeah, so what is your intent? What is your agenda? and only you can, just, you can only know because your knowing is greater than anybody else's. So you only know what is my agenda. Do I have any agenda? I don't have any agenda. So that's what I said. Trust yourself. You want to help? Go ahead. Trust yourself. You don't want to help? Trust yourselves and don't help. So it's all about trusting yourselves and then honoring yourselves and accepting yourselves the way that you are. That is totally being with yourself. You start with these three keys, and then you will be happy being alone. You will create, you'll go places, see what shifts for you. I can just give you these three keys of trusting, honoring, and accepting yourselves the way you are. And trust is most important of all because when you start trusting yourselves, you will start outgrading yourself. That is all I have to say.
Thank you, Anjala ji. These are such an important distinction because we often, tend to falter on all of these, like when situations are not right. So, is there any practice like to check we are whether doing all of these or like where we are, lacking at any given point of time?
So, Shabana, what if you're not lacking? What if your choices that we had made till now were all good and they had made us reach where we are? And to check, it's like when if you trust yourself, if you trust your knowing, there will be an expansion in your universe. Like you'll feel very light. Anything which is true for you always makes you light, always it takes you in that expanded state. So everywhere you are not feeling light is not true for you. That is. So trust yourself. At times we don't want to go and meet. Just a small example. We don't want to go and meet someone and we still, push ourselves. So what do you know there? And at times we go and things don't turn up the way they were supposed to be. And then we say कि अच्छा मुझे तो पहले से पता था. So what if वो पहले से पता को हम अपनी knowing को अपनी life का एक
So
मंत्र बना लें.
there are two things. So I have noticed that sometimes I do avoid, like if I don't feel like doing, I then I think that okay, I shouldn't do. But then sometimes it's also like sometimes you are fearful of taking some initiative. That is also the time when you don't want to do that. So how to
Yeah.
distinguish the difference between the two? Is it our inner knowing or is it our fear or
So
how?
you can just question yourself that is it fear? You can just ask yourself, is it fear? And you will know somehow. There is no ready-made formula. Yeah, though when we do access classes, we get to that space wherein, we actually get to that space. Okay, you start trusting yourselves because we have some tools. However, I cannot give away those tools in this class because it's a proper class. So yeah, those things because access consciousness only tells you, no, we help you know that accessing your own consciousness. So as you practice, as I said, it's a muscle. As you keep on practicing, it grows with time. So start with smaller things: what to eat, what to wear, where to go, whom to talk to, and then gradually through it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah.
It's lovely
Anyone
being
else
here. So
has any question? Yeah, we are all going to honor us, trust us.
yeah, so honor. Use these tools, use honoring, trusting, and please let me know what has shifted. I would be very happy if I could contribute. So please use and let me know.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm curious to know who is your mentor, guide, or guru or teacher, because very impressive talk I had with you. I listened to your session. If you want
Thank
to
you so
disclose, or
much.
if it is a sacred secret, I'll accept it
No,
also.
no, it's not a sacred seeker. Okay, so I've been practicing many modalities from hypnotherapy to access to theta, and I have picked what works for me from all these modalities. So these modalities, I would say, is my guru, and obviously, like I believe in oneness consciousness. It might seem ऐसा नहीं कि कोई disclose नहीं जितना भी like Access Consciousness, the founder of Access, Gary, and my mentor in hypnotherapy, Dr. Yuvraj Kapadia, Theta Meve and Astable. So I've just learned from all these people. And I keep learning from whosoever meets me, whosoever I meet. So that's what I do.
Where are you from?
I'm from Gurgaon. So like I keep I'm from Delhi as well as from Gurgaon. That is what you can say.
Ma'am, we had a fantastic experience knowing about ourselves, like discussions, and we got a lot of insights. Obviously, it will take time to inculcate in ourselves, but little steps, baby steps, will help us to implement them. And thank you so much for coming and always enlightening us and being so compassionate and kind towards us. And I hope we get the exposure of hosting you again and again, and like a lot of meaningful interactions and a lot of meaning and adding a lot of meaning to our life. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, Riya. Thank you so much. I love being here. Thank you so much. And looking forward to have more amazing sessions. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.